What's up, Wellies? I'm Dave Householder, and I have a question for you. In football terms, is your life mostly playing offense, putting points on the board, or defense, keeping bad things from happening? Now, I ended up playing defense in football when I played football in college and high school because I wanted to play quarterback, but everybody wants to play quarterback, so I ended up playing defensive end. And I love playing defensive end, but the problem is you don't score any points. And I just have to ask you this question. Are you playing offense in your life, going after things, trying things that might fail, or just playing defense, trying to keep bad things from happening? Well, my wife gave me a drone for my birthday. This is the second day I've tried it, and I was out in the front yard and I'm playing defense with that thing. I'm trying to learn how to fly it and not crash it and ruin it. In fact, I almost hit a pedestrian just now. I'll show you a film of that as she was walking down the sidewalk in front of us, missed her by a few inches, didn't intend to. I also ran into a building, just nicked it, and also to a bush and did some hedge trimming. And I didn't want to do any of those things. I'm just trying to keep the thing from wrecking. I want to get to the point, though, where I use it to take beautiful photography because up high you can see some fascinating things. I want to move from defense to offense. But too often in life, we move from offense to defense. We start out young and idealistic, and we're trying things that might fail. We give things a shot, make things happen, go after life. And as we get older, we start to get more and more careful. And we just try to keep the bad stuff from happening. And our lives become dull and boring. Today's Bible passage is Luke chapter 1, verses 56 through 66. And it's that point in the Bible where the people of God go from playing defense to going offense. And it all has to do with the name John. Now, you may not think of John as the world's most exciting name, but back in the time when John the Baptist was born, it was a subversive name. It was a Jewish patriotic name. It was the name of Jochanon Hycarnus. And between the Old Testament and the New Testament, the Jewish people rose up against their Greek overlords and created an independent nation. And Jochanan Hycarnus was right in the middle of the whole thing. He was both priest and king. And he just took charge and made things happen. And everybody expected Zechariah and Elizabeth. They were having a baby, and everybody knew it. And they were expecting them to name it a boy, if it's a boy, Zechariah. But Zechariah was struck mute, and he was unable to speak by the Lord. But he was told by an angel that the name of the child should be John. In other words, we're going to go from playing defense to playing offense, because John was a patriotic, assertive name. And I just want to bring that into our lives. Can we make that shift from playing defense to being offense? When people heard his name is John, Jochanan, people thought, whoa, prominent priests giving birth to someone named after a hero of the Jewish people who stood up against the oppressors. That's good stuff. Here at the well, we were faced with all kinds of challenges when this pandemic hit, and we were told, you can't worship like you used to. So, what are we going to do? We could have played defense, just try to keep the thing alive, but decided, our trustees, our pastors, that we were going to play offense, get some points on the board, learn how to do live streaming, learn how to teach Bible every single day to the whole world if they want to hear it. Start an Alpha course to reach people for the Lord and get people filled with the Spirit. An Alpha course that goes coast to coast. Expand our men's group from a little diner thing to triple the size and people from every single time zone. We've decided that we're going to play offense. And I want to ask you, is your offensive time slipping or growing? I would think that if we're living a spiritually healthy life, we're going to be trying to put points on the board to the very end. In our spiritual life, are we trying to put points on the board for the kingdom, or are we just trying to keep bad stuff from happening? If I just don't break the really bad commandments, the felonies, then I had to pray once in a while, go to church once in a while, I can kind of keep my insurance policy going, that kind of thing. That's defense. Offense, sharing your faith with someone, opening yourself up to being filled with the Holy Spirit, listening to the Lord, expecting Him to speak to you and guide you, expecting Him to take you dangerous places and give you dangerous assignments. That's playing offense with your faith. Can you and I start inching up in the amount of offense we're willing to play for the Lord? That's my question for you. That's the good news for today, that that's available to us. And I'll talk to you again tomorrow.